Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Adrian's weather forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. This is going to be another update on the possible major snowstorm and also severe weather with this snowstorm. So there's going to be two possible severe weather there's going to be two different weather threats we are looking for, or we are looking at for this storm. We have the possible blizzard conditions in the mountains and then stretching the parts of the Dakotas, and then we have this very severe weather with some very strong bands of heavy thunderstorms for parts of the Kansas, Missouri area and to the southern part of the plains. So guys, before I get started this video, I just want to let you guys know today is my sister's birthday, so just wish her happy birthday. She's 16 today. Her birthday party is currently going on right now, so I'm missing a bit of it because I'm doing this video. But yeah, so I just wanted to make a video for you guys really quick before the big part of the party starts. But yeah, I just wish her happy birthday. So guys, before we actually get to the video again, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my content. So let's just go ahead and start into the video, see the active alerts we actually have. So we're going to talk about, again, the two parts, the rain. Oh, sorry, that was really bad, guys. We're going to talk about the rain and then the snow. So, again, we have some winter storm warnings for parts of northern Colorado, southern Wyoming, and then for parts of southern Montana, getting quite a bit of snow, up to 8 inches. We have some winter storm advisory for parts of the Montana area, and those areas can get quite a bit of snow. So, yeah, and then we have some winter storm watches for parts of the South Dakota and Wyoming area. So this is what we're looking at for parts of the snow. And then we have flooded watches and flash flood watches, and then we have some flood advisories for parts of the Mississippi coast and hydrologic outlook. So that's what we're going to see with the rain part. You can just see a lot. You can just see most of the active alerts are due to this system. So let's take a look at the radar, guys, really quick. So guys, this is what the radar is looking like. We're going to just see. So you can see these two systems coming in. You see that really heavy snow for parts of the west, and then we have that rain start to form up in parts of the country. We have very heavy snow for parts of north central Colorado, much of Wyoming, parts of western Nebraska, southern Montana, and much of the Wyoming area. So let's just move on as this storm is going to move in more to the Dakotas area. Nebraska is going to bring some. Alright, it's going to bring some snow for parts of those areas in the Dakotas, maybe southern North Dakota, and get maybe some flurries. Quite a bit of snow for parts of southern Montana. And it's going to bring that really heavy band of rain for parts of Texas all the way to Missouri. Really going to have some heavy bands. There's going to be a lot of rain with this system actually stretching from South Dakota to the Mexico border. But you can see some really heavy rain in this little band. That's where we can have the most amount of rain in that area. So yeah, so basically that's what it's looking like there. Let's move on more into the day. So we're going more into tomorrow. Very heavy bands stretching into parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, parts of Texas. We can actually have, if you saw my video yesterday, we can have up to 6 inches of rain for these areas. And then that snow is going to be for parts of the Wyoming, Utah, and western Colorado. We're still going to have that snow there, and then for parts of the Dakotas too. But the major, really big part tomorrow would be the rain in parts of Missouri, and then that snow's going to stick around for parts of the mountains and parts of the Dakotas, and then parts of Wyoming and Colorado. And that really heavy rain is going to stick around for parts of the Midwest, and then for parts of the South. And then it's going to bring possibly some more rain after the storm. So basically that's what it's looking like for like today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Yeah. So basically, guys, the tropical tidbits NAM model wasn't working. It was just refreshed, so it only went to 12 hours. So I got this model, guys. It's a bit different if you're just wondering. So 3 to 4 hours, you can see that snow start to develop. Let's go to 14 hours. Actually, we could have some really heavy snow for parts of the central part of Nebraska. Near the Denver area, you can get really heavy snow, especially north central Colorado. Parts of the eastern part of Wyoming can get really heavy snow. In the southwestern part of South Dakota and get a lot of snow. You can see those little bands start to develop in these areas. Not going to start really strong like it would, but it's going to start to develop really fast for parts of the areas in the plains. really heavy snow for parts of Rapid City, South Dakota, southern Montana, and then western Colorado. We can have really severe weather, like really bad severe weather for parts of central Kansas and southern Nebraska, and also parts of the Iowa, Missouri area. Possibly going to bring some severe weather stretching all the way to Ohio to Texas. That's where we can have some severe weather stretch with this possible snowstorm. It's gonna bring two bands actually. This one's gonna be moving northeast. With the pressure gonna make it just keep on moving to the north. It's gonna bring this first band, which moved in parts of northern Missouri. Then it's gonna move into parts of the Midwest area, parts of Iowa, Wisconsin, parts of even Chicago, and get some really heavy rain. And then second band's gonna be stretching for parts in northern Oklahoma and parts of central Kansas, possibly parts of western Kansas. Northern Missouri can get really heavy rain. Then we're going to have that snow stretching past for parts of the mountains as it's getting a bit more less intense. It's going to bring some light rain for parts of the Dakotas. And then it's going to bring some really, really heavy rain. Like, this can be the biggest threat for tornadoes right here for parts of the north central parts of Missouri. Just going to be really heavy rain right here. And possible southern parts of Kansas can get a big threat of tornadoes too. Going to bring some possible thunderstorms for parts of the Midwest. It's going to be really severe, especially for parts of the Midwest, and also Missouri. Really, really going to be bad. I believe Missouri and Iowa and Kansas will get hit the hardest. And then it's going to move on, and it's going to bring another heavy band stretching from Illinois all the way to Arkansas. So this is the farthest I can go, guys. 35 hours from now, it's going to bring that first band is right here for parts of Wisconsin, Michigan. That second band is going to be moving northeast, hitting parts of Springfield, Illinois, parts of Des Moines, Iowa, stretching for parts of the parts of maybe parts of Missouri. Maybe St. Louis can get really hit with this storm. So, guys, that's what you got to watch out with the severe weather and also the snow. There's two sides of this storm, guys. Let's check out the European model on the snow. We can have up to a foot or 8 to 12 inches for parts of these areas from parts of southwestern South Dakota, Rapid Cities. Maybe you can get around 6 to 7 inches right on the edge. Parts of northwestern part of Nebraska, the northwestern part of Nebraska can get the most amount of snow, stretching to around 11 inches of snow. And then parts of central Nebraska can get around ranging to at least 2 inches. Colorado is going to get really hit with this snowstorm, especially the northern part where the mountains are. Really going to have some mountain snow falling in there. Parts of the southern part of the state can get around 17 inches of snow really piling there. So, going to have some. This is going to be a really rare snowstorm, guys. And there's that snowstorm from the last that's going in. But we're going to have some really high amounts of snow in these areas, especially. Really rare. Tomorrow is the first day of May, guys. This is going to be stretching it all the way to May. This is going to be May 1st, guys. Even the May 3rd, you're going to have quite a bit of snow on the ground still. It's going to be really rare to see that. Quite a bit of snow for parts of central Wyoming. 10 to 13 inches for parts of the southeastern part for Wyoming. And then the eastern part can have quite a bit of snow. And then northern Colorado can get it ranging from a foot to more. So let's check out the GFS model. They are having a good comparison and compared to the northern Colorado and southern Wyoming. It's actually having a bit more snow for parts of those areas, stretching from 21 inches of snow. So almost a foot of snow, guys. Really, really, just really a lot of amount of snow. It's going to show a lot less snow for parts of the northwestern part of Nebraska, maybe just less than an inch. And then it's going to show the biggest amount for parts of the southern part, or the western part, up to 8 inches. A bigger amount of a foot, ranging from a foot in these areas, stretching all the way to the southeastern part of Montana. It's showing a bit more snow from near the Rapid City area, up to 14 inches of snow for those areas. So big differences between the GFS and the European, and then 10 inches for part of the southern part of Colorado. If you're in Denver, you're not going to get anything. Maybe flurries at most, guys. But that's what the GFS is showing. Let's get back to the severe weather with this storm. Okay, so basically this is today, including not really like the morning, more like the afternoon, as the afternoons where those strong thunderstorms will start to develop. So basically the marginal it's going to stretch a lot. Like, it can stretch a lot because we're gonna have some severe weather from the snowstorm that's just hitting right now. That's gonna bring some severe weather for Ohio. And then the one that's going on right now, it's just starting to develop. It's going to bring some severe weather for parts of the southwest. And then later today, it's going to bring that severe weather for parts of the southern part of the country. It's the south central part of the country. So basically, let's check out more into this part, because this is where we're really going to start worrying about the marginal risk stretching from parts of New Mexico, to the Missouri border of Kansas. We have Las Vegas in parts of those areas. We have Las Vegas in there. But let's look at the areas, the cities in this general area. We have Oklahoma City. We have Tulsa and Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas is going to get really hit tomorrow, actually. The slight chance we have parts of Wichita Falls, Midlands, Lawton, Oklahoma, Big Springs, Texas, and Duncan, Oklahoma. Quite some small towns in there. For getting parts of slight risk, but again, it's going to have some very severe weather, possible baseball-sized hail, these strong thunderstorms. But I believe the biggest day for severe weather will be tomorrow. Sorry guys, I just need to refresh. But this is what it's looking like today. Let's check out tomorrow, or sorry, not tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow. It's going to be really bad for parts of the south central areas. It's going to bring some very severe weather inside the circle, actually, including big cities. It's going to bring a marginal, sorry guys, it's got to reload again. It's going to bring a marginal risk stretching from all the way to Illinois, guys, all the way, hold on, it's stretching, stretching from all the way to Illinois, guys, all the way to parts near El Paso, Texas. So guys, really I'm just going to say this again, guys, because you guys need to watch out. It's not going to be like more of a Texas and Shreveport area or southern Texas. It's going to be more of like a Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas. Typically, when this tornado season is going to start, you're really going to have some possible tornadoes more into the northern part of the Texas, more into the plains. That's where we're most likely going to see those tornadoes this tornado season, unlike where we see in the early spring right here. It's going to be more likely here. The marginal risk stretching from having parts of St. Louis, Arlington, or more like St. Louis can get some really severe weather. The rest is going to be right here, but we have some big cities, including parts of like Little Rock, can maybe get into the marginal risk as it moves to the east. Parts in the slide, we had Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, and Arlington. We have some very big cities stretching with a population 14 million in this area. In the slight chance, we have a lot of people under this. We'll just be careful, guys, that we have strong winds, possible tornadoes. Now we have an enhanced risk. This is where we're going to have the biggest threat tomorrow. As you saw on that radar, the strongest bands with severe weather, possible most likely multi-cell storms in there. That's including Tulsa, Springfield, Missouri, not Illinois, Springdale, Arkansas. Those cities are going to get really hit. That's where we're going to have those strongest bands of storms. Let's move on to day 3. It's going to move a bit more to the south. That enhanced risk is going to be gone. And you can see it's going to stretch, that marginal risk is going to stretch way all the way to the northeast part of Pittsburgh. So the places of the marginal: Chicago, San Antonio, Indianapolis, Columbus, and Austin. Many more cities in there. So yeah, we have Cleveland. We have a lot of big cities. As you can see, it's not just going to be the southern part. It's going to be also parts of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. You can get really strong thunderstorms, especially at the time of year. Especially if the northern part of the country is going to get some severe weather. Really rare at this time. Usually more into the late summer, where those temperatures start to heat up. And then we have a slight chance for stretching all the way to parts of Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Arlington. Those areas have the biggest threat tomorrow for the severe weather. Again, it's just a slight chance. Don't underestimate this, guys. If it's just a slight chance, you guys not a big chance of having severe weather. It's only a slight. Well, don't underestimate this, because there's still a good chance of having severe weather. As long as you have a chance of severe weather, then you need to watch out possible tornadoes near your area. So, guys, at 5 p.m. we have quite some high Cape numbers. We had 2,600 near Shreveport. We had 2,800 near the coast. We have some really high numbers near in the southern parts of Texas. We actually have 3,700, guys. We even get to the 4,000s over here. It's going to be 2,700 for parts of southern Texas, guys. Let's move more into 11 o'clock, guys, as those strong thunderstorms start to move into the Texas area. We're going to have some really high numbers, guys. We're going to have like 4,500, 4,600 in Texas or Mexico. But then we're going to have 2,300, 2,500 for parts of the south, possible 2,300. Corpus Christi, 2,600. Let's get more into tomorrow, guys. As tomorrow's going to have that biggest threat for parts of the Kansas area, guys. You can see really big change. Actually, Memphis going to get some really high numbers compared to this time. 2,100, 2,500 joules per kilogram near the Mississippi River. We have all the way to Springfield, Missouri. We have 2,600, 2,700. And the most will be near Lubbock, Texas. We have 3,100, 3,500. We actually have 3,600 somewhere here. Dallas, 2,200. Parts of Central Texas, 2,600. Let's move all the way to 5 o'clock, guys. You can see very high numbers, guys. This is very surprising, guys. We have 4,100, 4,300, 4,600, guys. This is very high numbers. Wichita Falls can have very high numbers, possible tornadoes in this area. We have 4,300, 4,200. These are very high, probably the highest I've seen this year. 4,600, 4,700. Lawton, Oklahoma can have some very high numbers, guys. This is very surprising. 4,600. Did not expect to be this high. All the way to San Antonio and Piedras Negras, we have 3,400. Way higher, guys, than we've seen this year. Way higher. We actually have 3,600, 3,800 for parts of the northern part of Kentucky, southern part of Illinois, guys. I don't know if you guys really know this, but it's really rare to have some high numbers for parts of these areas that are having 3,600, 3,700, such as parts of Illinois can have 3,500. That is really rare to have that, guys. But this is incredibly high, guys. I don't know if you guys really know, but we have some very good chances of having tornadoes with this strong energy, guys. It is very strong, guys. I did not expect it to be that bad. Let's go to 11 p.m., guys. We're still going to have some high numbers. Not going to be as super high. We're going to have 3,400, 3,500. Dallas not going to get that much. It's going to be more the Wichita Falls area. Going to get very heavy or a lot of energy. We're near Wichita Falls. Let's get near the areas of northern Texas. 4,600. We have 4,300, 4,500. North of the Oklahoma City area, we have 3,900, 3,000, 4,000, guys. We're having really high numbers, guys. I don't know if I'm just being really over dramatic, but these are very high, guys. And then by 11 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to have some maybe lower numbers, maybe 3,700. A lot. You're probably thinking that's lower, but it's still going to be very high. And yes, we're going to have some very high numbers stretching parts of Missouri, Oklahoma City, south of that. 3,900 for Oklahoma City, 3,500 for Tulsa. Really high numbers, guys. We're going to have a very storm chaser going to be very busy tomorrow, guys. And we have some still some very high numbers up to 4,300 for northern at the Oklahoma City, guys. And then it's going to move off into the southern part. And so yeah, guys, I did not want to make this video super long, so I'm not going to go all the way to Thursday. But I'll just show you guys really briefly what Thursday is going to look like. Possible really high numbers still for parts of Texas. Texas has gone non-stop energy up to 4,300 for another possible system that's going to bring heavy rain. And then by Thursday at 11 p.m. it's going to get a bit calmer, guys. But yeah. So guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Hopefully it was not too long, guys. Just trying to show you guys the specific areas that are going to get a lot of severe weather and then the snow. But again, the biggest threat, I believe, will be the severe weather. As you saw, almost 5,000 joules per kilogram, guys. That is honestly possibly for EF4 tornado, guys. Especially near the Oklahoma, Missouri area. Northern Texas and southern Oklahoma near Wichita Falls have really heavy rain, possible tornadoes, guys. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day and hopefully you guys have a wonderful time watching this video. And wish my sister a happy birthday, guys. See you guys in the next video.